Are you Beatrice? Maybe. Are you Beatrice? So he's asked a beaver. I live right down the street, and I've been wanting to do, like I said, been wanting to do Drag Queen Story Hour for a long time. I think it's really important to give back and create that sense of acceptance and safety for children, no matter what their background is. They're children, so they just want to feel safe and have a good time, and I love to provide that.
This is Drag Queen Story Hour. Every second Sunday of the month, a drag queen comes to Loyalty Bookstore at their Silver Spring location to read stories to children and their families. Owned and operated by BIPOC and LGBTQI+ individuals, Loyalty is one of the few places in Montgomery County dedicated to providing a safe space for the BIPOC and LGBTQI+ community and their allies. However, there are those in the LGBTQIA+ community residing in Montgomery County who say there aren't enough places to socialize in the county and have to go all the way to DC to do so.
I didn't dress like it today, but I am a huge comic book nerd, so I am one of those people that sometimes retreat to DC because I know there's going to be that space there, and especially the comic book stores that I go to have a good queer presence, but I would love to see more of that in Montgomery County.
Bookstores or restaurants, there really isn't anything that I know of in Montgomery County. There is in DC. I think the value would be that it's people in Montgomery County who could form community. But the other part is DC is not accessible for everybody. You have to have money. You have to figure out your transportation.
Nationally, people are grappling with a lack of time and places to socialize, especially if they don't live in cities. And Montgomery County residents are no exception. Third space is a term coined by sociologist Ray Oldenburg, and it's a place outside your home or workplace where you can socialize with your friends, family, or community. They might be cafes, bars, restaurants, or even libraries. Wherever they are, they're places where you can make or strengthen connections with people. But for queer folks in the county, these places are even more rare.
I just think the third space, it's a place to make connections. It's a place to feel validated. I mean, we're otherwise invisible. I don't wear a shirt around saying nobody knows I'm a lesbian. I have to come out so people would know that.
As part cafe, part record store, part vintage clothing store, as well as bookstore, Loyalty is one of the few places that provides this for LGBTQI+ residents. But it doesn't come without its challenges.
Oh, okay, so they do the drag queen story time, and they always have hateful people across the street.
Rainbow Defense Coalition is a group that has kind of sprung up around drag performance in the Maryland, Virginia, DC area. There have been folks who have tried to come in and disrupt those drag performances, say scary things to the kids, try to intimidate the parents. And Rainbow Defense is a group of community defenders. We show up with our rainbow umbrellas. We create a visual barrier to separate the kids from anyone who might be trying to scare them or intimidate them. So last year in February, Loyalty was downtown. Good, they had a different location. And a group did show up and began to get violent. So Rainbow Defense was there. I was not personally there, but that group did try to push the defenders against the wall and crush them. And I'm told that that group brought signs and started striking the defenders with signs, and some people did get bloodied.
Though the county has LGBTQIA-friendly policies and holds queer-friendly events in differing locations from time to time, including Montgomery County Pride, Professor Olmsted argues that there still needs to be a dedicated place for those in the community to socialize within the county.
I think it would be good for the county to put its money where its mouth is if it celebrates the diversity of its residents. But the most important is to think about its accessibility. This is a very affluent county, but if we really want to honor its diversity, there's lots of pockets of poverty. It shouldn't be that you can only participate in queer, public life if you have money.
This has been Andrea Duran, reporting for MCM's BIPOC and LGBTQIA+ Digital Storytelling Fellowship.